Two cars, one patch, and nearly 5 years apart. But is the facelift just skin deep, or is the new GTI finally the upgrade we've been waiting for? How's it, guys? I'm Xolani. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I talk about cars all day, so you don't have to go through 50,000 specs to know what's worth your money. Please subscribe and tell your friends to tell their friends to watch the channel because hey, ziyakalala. In this video, we are breaking down the real changes between the original Golf 8 GTI and the facelifted 8.5. From tech and design to performance upgrades, all based on facts. No test drives here, just a proper look at what's new, what's the same, and what that means for you if you are buying, upgrading, or just... Let's start at the front, where the Golf 8.5 GTI immediately looks more aggressive and refined compared to the original Golf 8. The most noticeable change is in the headlight design. They are now narrower and sharper, with updated LED daytime running lights that give the front a more focused and modern expression. There's also a new X-shaped lower bumper design, which replaces the more rounded look of the original Mark 8. Making the car appear wider and more planted. If you look closely, you'll also spot a few subtle details such as the new honeycomb grille pattern and on some trims the illuminated VW badge, a feature that wasn't available on the previous model. Even though the width remains the same at 70.4 inches, the front of the 8.5 just looks more confident. Personally, I think VW cleaned up the face of the GTI here, but I'd like to hear your take in the... Moving on to the side profile. The overall shape and length haven't changed. Both versions come in at 168.8 inches long, and at a glance, they look very similar. But there are some meaningful updates. Most noticeably, the GTI badge on the 8.5 has been redesigned with a heritage font inspired by the original Mark 1 GTI, giving the car a subtle nod to its roots. The wheel designs have also been refreshed. The facelift offers new styles, which give the side view a more... Now around the back, the differences are a bit more subtle, but still worth pointing out. The most noticeable update is in the taillights. The Golf 8.5 GTI features a more modern LED signature that looks cleaner and more dynamic, especially when lit at night. On some trims, you'll also get animated dynamic indicators, which bring a more high-end feel. Inside the car, this is where you'll notice the biggest changes. The Golf 8 GTI had a nice, clean design, but a lot of people did not like the touch buttons, especially for things like the aircon and the steering wheel. In the new Golf 8.5 GTI, VW has fixed that. They've brought back real buttons for the climate control and also added physical buttons on the steering wheel, which are much easier to use. Now let's talk about the screen and tech. The old Golf 8 GTI came with a screen that looked good but was slow and confusing to use. In the 8.5 GTI, VW has added a new 12.9-inch screen that works much faster and is easier to understand. The graphics are now sharper and the menus are much simpler to use. They also fixed one annoying issue: the volume and temperature sliders are now lit up, so you can actually see them at night. On top of that, the new system has a new better voice assistant. And in some versions, it can also use ChatGPT to answer your questions. Both cars support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but in the 8.5 GTI, it's smoother and works well. When it comes to performance, both the Golf 8 and 8.5 GTI use the same 2-liter turbocharged engine, but with a difference in power. The Golf 8 GTI produces 180 kilowatts and 370 Newton meters of torque, which gets it from 0 to 100 in 6.3 seconds. The facelifted Golf 8.5 GTI has been given a bit more power. It now makes 195 kilowatts, while the torque remains the same at 370 Newton meters of torque. That helps it hit 0 to 100 in just under 6 seconds. So while the engine is technically the same, the extra 15 kilowatts makes the 8.5 feel a bit sharper and quicker on paper. Both the cars have a top speed of 250 km per hour and both use a 7-speed DSG automatic gearbox. Manual transmission was available in some markets with the Golf 8, but with the 8.5 is DSG only. When it comes to price, the Golf 8 GTI currently sells for around 857,100 rands, brand new in South Africa. Some dealers may offer it for slightly less, depending on stock and spec. There's also a more affordable Jakara edition available, priced from around 716,500 rands. As for the Golf 8.5 GTI, it hasn't officially launched in South Africa yet, mainly due to fuel quality and emission standards, but it's expected to arrive later. Based on international pricing and added features, the expected price is around 850,000 rands and 885,000 rands, with fully loaded models possibly going up to 930,000. So, after looking at all the updates, the design tweaks, the interior improvements and that extra bit of power, I've got to say, I'm leaning towards the new Golf 8.5 GTI. It just feels like a more complete package now. But what about you? Are you sticking with the original Golf 8 GTI or are you team facelift like me? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm keen to hear which one you choose. And